welcome back. I'm unapologetically Eric. You can follow me on X at Eric Not Sorry or on Facebook at unapologetically Eric. So, I'm sorry my voice sounds a little scratchier. I'm a little nasally. I've been a little under the weather recently. Either I have a cold or maybe it's COVID. I don't know. I don't test myself because I'm an adult. I just, deal with it. Anywho's, so how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. It's hump day. Is today Valentine's Day? I don't know what day that is. I don't know. Don't care. Because fuck Valentine's Day. Anyways, that's not why I'm recording today. So, anybody else out there been keeping up with DOGE? And I don't mean the cryptocurrency. I mean the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, because he's now the devil. Sorry, a little scratchy. I'm going to pause for a minute and cough. Hold on. Okay, if you have not been... Sorry for that. If you have not been keeping up, so the Department of Government Efficiency is basically auditing the government and where the money goes. Checks and balances. You know how it's listed in the Constitution. Now, there's a lot of protests and debate over how things are being done during the current Trump administration. Things are moving fucking fast. There is a lot of cool shit going on. A lot of goofy shit, too. I'll talk about that. But I agree to a point because my knowledge of all of the legalities of all of this shit is very limited. But when I see a president just going through and doing executive orders, it kind of makes me go, cringe. Because there's a process for everything, right? There is supposed to be a process of checks and balances and blah, 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 blah. So I do agree with the people that are going, I'm not a fan of how he's doing this and so on and so forth. Okay, I don't know what the legal shit is. Okay, I'm just saying. But at the same time, there is a lot of shit that is broken that needs fixed like fucking yesterday. Am I a fan of EO after EO? No, I'm not. But the ones that are being signed, oh, bet your sweet bippy baby, I am fucking happy with. Some of them, yeah, I roll my eyes at, but most of them, oh, hell yeah. Because shit is fucking broken. And you see the media now, they're screaming, oh, because they changed it over the last few weeks. This week, it's a constitutional crisis. Okay, whatever. I roll my fucking eyes. Right now, what has been exposed, and I'm going to get into some of the just incredible fucking tax dollar waste. Your tax dollars. It doesn't matter if you are an R, a D, or it doesn't matter. Or an LGB or T. It doesn't fucking matter. Just wait. I'll get into it. But currently, Democrats are protesting that Trump wants to stop waste and that Elon Musk and his team are finding waste. Now, an audit does not necessarily mean a bad thing or that you're going to always find something wrong. An audit is just, how are things going? It's no different than, like, if I sit down and do my bills, and I'm going through and I see a deduction that I don't know, I'll go, hey, honey, did you spend blah at whatever? And she'll go, oh, yeah, that was for this. Oh, okay. But if she goes, no, I never heard that, well, that's where I have to go, whoa, shit. I got to call my bank. Did I get my ID stolen? I got to check and balance this shit. It's my fucking money, right? Well, doing an audit on the government and where our tax dollars are going to, everybody's screaming, I can't afford anything. Right, we're all in the same boat. But why do they need more of our money? What are they spending it on? And all of us, people, you, me, all of us, Republicans, liberals, Democrats, doesn't matter. Forever. I remember being like 8, and I'm going back to the mid-'80s because I'm fucking old. All the adults in the room, it didn't matter if they supported which candidate. It didn't matter. All of them agreed that the all government, federal, state, and local, they're all fraud. It's all fraudsters. They're all thieves. They're all shysters, right? Everybody agreed on that. It didn't matter. It all depended on a certain degree. Well, I trust him a little more, but they all agreed. Everybody was shady, and the government was just wasteful, and they're just hosing us. Everybody agreed for generations. Now somebody is finally taking the government to task, has the power to do so, and is doing it, and the Democrat Party is complaining. Yeah, as I've already stated, if somebody wants to complain about the executive orders and how, I understand that, but again, we need shit fixed right fucking now, because things have so broken. And I'm not just pointing a finger at the Biden administration, by the way. All of them. Obama, Clinton, Bush, fucking Reagan. You keep going, man. The corruption, the bloat, the bullshit is insane for just decades upon decades. I don't know why anybody would be upset that the President of the United States is going, where the fuck is our people's money going? Where is it going? What's it for? Oh, that's a good cause. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can keep that. That? No, we are done doing that. No, that's ridiculous. Why? Look, me personally, I don't give a shit if the ridiculous expenditure was signed off by a Democrat or a Republican. I don't fucking care. Honestly, most of us, we don't give a shit. We're watching this circus and laughing our asses off because we don't give a shit who loses their fucking job. A D or an R. We don't care. Wait, you wanted to spend how much money on what? And you did that for 18? No, you're done. Bye. Get the fuck out. Bye. It doesn't matter. And it's, I'm sorry, I'm going to pause again. All right, sorry about that. I'm trying not to cough in your ears. I'm trying to get through this, though, because I've been wanting to do this for days. But days. Now, you can hate Donald Trump. I don't care. You can have your opinions on him or Elon Musk or fine. I don't care. But just when I am done reading some of this stuff, just take a minute and go, they may be assholes or whatever you think, but wow. Let's please just give it a minute and hear them out. What else are you going to find? Okay? Because this is just the tip of the iceberg, people. Just the tip of the iceberg. I want to know more. You should too. Again, I will reiterate, we can debate the legal stuff. Well, at least please don't debate with me because I don't fucking know. But somebody can debate the legal stuff of how things are getting done. But I am very happy things are getting done. And I love seeing all of this exposed. I don't see it on my local news, though. But fucking two fingers shocker there. But you tune in on X, trust me, it's there. It's there, and I see it trickle over to Facebook now, kind of a little bit, bleeding over. But it's out there, and this shit's insane. So buckle up, because I want them to get the bulldozers and start knocking shit down. Dig, baby. Drill, baby, drill. I want more information like this. So I'm going to pull up my notes here, and let's have a little fun. This should be some comic relief for some of you. Hold on. Now, this information that I have is regarding what U.S. aid was found as spending money on. So I know over the last couple of days, more information has come out. Like, I think Elon said on Tuesday, the 11th, what was it? Something about we spend, was it $15 million a year? Maybe more. I don't know. But we spend a stupid amount of money to send paper files when someone retires, I think a federal worker, I think, right? I think that's what it was. Don't quote me. Double check me. Look it up for yourself because this shit's interesting. To send them down into a mine shaft, a mile down into the ground, where they can be checked and filed by hand. Yeah. Today. Like, you couldn't have upgraded the technology like in 1994? Really? Are they running dot matrix printers down there? Like 5.25-inch floppies? I mean, what the? Oh, wait, sorry. There's no floppies. It's all paper. Are you kidding me? All right. That was something separate. So this is from just what USAID was found spending money on that has drawn the ire of why it got shut the fuck down. Again, people could argue and discuss, was that a right choice? Well, wrong choice. Okay, you can debate that for days. But when you look at, when you hear this, some expenditures by USAID may have gone to good causes, okay? I am sure 100% of it was not negative, you know? I am sure there was some positive. However, when you see bloat and pork and this nonsense, you need to go, time the fuck out. It's not like a one-off or a couple times or one rogue employee. No. This is a systemic problem, so you have to shut the machine the fuck down. Maybe through another audit, you can review the money that goes to the good, positive things and roll that into another, department somewhere else. Okay, fair enough. But this stuff, no. This is why shit got shut down. So, before I know I keep pausing here, building up the suspense. Think about how much it costs you at the grocery store. Gas pump. You got kids? Okay, they in Little League, soccer, hockey, dance, arts, anything. Oh, hell, just clothing. I mean, they outgrow it every 3 freaking days, right? How much are you spending just to put clothes on your kids' back? Food in their bellies. The lights on, right? Especially here in Connecticut. 3rd highest rate in the country. Give me a fuck. Anyways, your car payment, insurance, all of it. Are you making it by? Are you struggling, though? But, yeah, okay, well, you will be happy to know that $5.5 million went to LGBT advocacy in Uganda. Most of you don't know what continent Uganda is on, and I am sure there is a percentage of public school educated people that don't know what planet Uganda is on. But Uganda, such activities are heavily restricted. Like, you don't, like, closeted? No, you got to be, no. But yeah, that money well spent. $19 million to promote inclusion in Vietnam. Hey, residents of North Carolina, how's that cleanup going? $5 million to EcoHealth Alliance for research linked to the Wuhan lab. To which I say, thanks, Fauci. Hey, Maui. How's everybody doing in Maui? Shout out to Hawaii. How's Maui doing? How's the cleanup going, guys? Everything's Lanai, everything's good. Oh, too soon? Well, you'll be happy to know that $27 million went to Moroccan pottery classes to teach artisans design skills. How's that? You got clean water yet? No? Power? Well, another $2 million went to pottery classes in Morocco. So that's $29 million. Damn. Palestine, Ohio. How's the cleanup out there? You guys, how's the air, the water, how's the ground quality? Can you grow shit on there that won't kill people and give them cancer? You're not sure? Maybe we should test. Yeah, that whole thing was kind of a disaster, but fear not, because $335 million was spent on diesel-fueled power plant that was not ever used. Yeah, this is just some of the stuff. Now, this is just USAID, people. There is a whole lot of other shit. And judges, people are arguing. They're radical judges. Okay, I'm not going to get in that. I'm not going to go down that road. But people are fighting against Trump, obviously. Again, I've stated multiple times in the beginning how I feel about executive orders, but judges and shit are stepping in the way of a lot of stuff. Now, you can argue maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, but why are they fighting him so hard? Trump can't run again. Well, he's going to be a king. Shut the fuck up, clown. How many lies has everyone been told about what Trump is going to do when he's president? He was already president once. Can you honestly tell me the world is better off now? Like, after the last administration? People are complaining about the cost of eggs. All of groceries have skyrocketed over the years. Wars. On the verge of World War III. There's a lot of scary shit, right? Okay. Honestly, could it get worse? Yeah, actual World War III. Well, at this point, what the fuck do we got to lose, right? So, the reason why they're fighting against him so hard is because he is pushing against the government our founding fathers warned us against. Warned us about. I was holding back a cough. Not the Trump administration. No, all of the previous administrations. That's why they're fighting so hard. The bloat, the bureaucracy, the bullshit, the money. Where does it go? We don't know. We wish somebody would look into it. So-and-so is running saying he's going to look into it. Yay, I vote for him. He's not looking into it. Typical fucking whatever. Do you remember I remember back in the 90s seeing kids with lemonade stands? I remember. Why do you not see that anymore? Well, cell phones and whatnot, but I still remember even before cell phones, a lot of that started stopping because the kids were told they had to get a permit from the town first. Bureaucracy, overreach, restrictions on the citizens' rights, all that shit. That's why they're pushing hard against this, because the people, you and me have been demanding forever, where is our money going? And we're being shown, and there are people that are fucking terrified to show you where they're getting their money. For years, all of us have been saying, how can someone making $180,000 a year be in office 5 years and they're worth $19 million? We're about to find out, and they're fucking terrified. That's why they're fighting against this. You may not like who is exposing it. You may not like how it's going about to be exposed. You should be more pissed off at what is being exposed. I shall continue because I have more. Nearly $10 million spent on meals that went to Al-Qaeda-funded terrorist groups in Syria. $300 million in Afghan farm aid, which ended up in Pakistan's markets. $230 million for a pier off the coast of Gaza, which lasted 20 days. How's that homelessness going in your city? How's that going? Is that getting cleaned up? Everybody good? Yeah. Homelessness is cured. Fantastic. Cancer's cured too. $45 million for DEI scholarships in Burma. Do you know where Burma is? I don't. I don't. I'd have to look it up. I know it's a country. I've heard of it. $520 million for consultant-driven ESG, which stands for Environmental, Social, and Governance Investments in Africa. What the fuck does that mean? No, you can't. 2.5 billion related to malaria. Well, that's a good cause because malaria kills people. $2.5 billion. You can't shave anything off of that? Nothing? Not even a 3-cent penny? If you know, you know. $4 billion to Pfizer for international COVID-19 vaccine development. $4 billion. So, how's your elderly mom paying for her meds? She getting by? She able to keep the heat on, keep it warm, you know, because I know some of the older people like it warm, you know, I get it. Oh, it's too expensive? Shit. Well, your grandma will be happy to know that $20 million was sent to produce a version of Sesame Street in Iraq. Yeah. This is not made up, people. Like, this sounds like something out of the Babylon Bee. Like, this can't be real. We all agreed our federal government was pissing money away on bullshit. Here's the proof. $11 million to instruct Vietnam to stop burning trash. Climate change. $56 million to boost Egyptian tourism for Egypt. Not like for Egypt. Don't they have like the pyramids or some shit? I heard they were cool. Some, I don't know, big triangular building, I guess. I don't know. Cool paintings. I've heard. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workspaces and business communities. Do you know where Serbia is? I do. It's off the coast of Florida. $70,000 for the production of a DEI musical in Ireland. Oh, cheerio. $16.8 million for equitable outcomes in inclusion in Vietnam. Are you pissed off yet? No? I'll keep going. $8.3 million for equity and inclusion in education. $7.9 million to teach Sri Lankan journalists to avoid binary gender language. Okay. $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. The country. $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. Oh, fuck me. $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. I am not making this shit up, folks. This is what your tax dollars have been paying for. Funding to print personalized contraceptive birth control devices in developing countries. Oh, this one's gonna tickle your pee-pee. $6.3 million to study men having sex with other men in South Africa. Because that's the problem in South Africa. Wink. If you don't know, go to your favorite search engine right now. Pause this episode and search white South African farmers being hunted. Yeah. Give it a check, but perhaps we didn't send enough money to study men having sex with men there. That's probably why. Yeah. $2 million for promoting tourism in Lebanon. Yeah. $200+ million to fund irrigation systems for the Taliban's poppy fields. Do you know what poppy fields are? I'll give you a minute. Yeah, they go on your bagel. No. Yeah, but poppy seeds are used to make heroin. Isn't that great? Yeah. So we don't have a drug problem in this country. We don't have like a fentanyl crisis or, any of that craziness. But we spend over $200 million to make sure that the poppy plants that go to grow the chemicals that kill us is going to grow because they're watered. Don't you feel warm and fucking fuzzy? Do you have a loved one that died of an overdose from heroin? Do you? First off, my sincere apologies. My condolences. I'm sorry. That sucks. But don't you feel comfortable knowing that your money went to make sure that shit was grown? Doesn't that make you feel fucking better? No, you should probably go outside and protest that our federal government is exposing this. You should say, stop telling me this. I don't want to know this. Just keep doing it. Take my money. No, you should be fucking pissed off. This is just a simple search, people. You can look it up yourselves. Oh, he's also changing it to the Gulf of America. I don't care. Okay? The media is always going to be negative about Trump. Have you not gathered that yet? He's an epic troll. Go back and look at his old Twitter posts, okay? Search. You can find them. He's trolling them. The media and the Democrats and the people that are against him are always going to be that way. They're just going to be, boo Trump. Okay, fine. Fine. Be that way. But you honestly think that he's not in the back room going, guys, watch this. I'm going to say, we're going to make it the Gulf of America. We're going to buy the Panama Canal. Oh, you know what? We're just going to fucking take it, and we're going to buy Greenland. Watch people's heads explode, because that's what it is, okay? Yes, like I said in the beginning, I was going to get into some of the goofy stuff. That's some of the goofy stuff. Do I give a shit about it? No, I laugh, because I roll my eyes because I know it's a fucking joke. If you honestly take this shit serious, the Gulf of America, come on, dude. People's heads are exploding because they're talking about it, and it's stupid. Although if you think about the whole Greenland thing and, the military advantages of having Greenland, yeah, actually, that's not very stupid if you take a moment to think about it. But they're going to be talking shit about him all the time. Give them something stupid to talk about. Like, if that's what they're going to talk about and they're not going to talk about the shit I just mentioned, then why are you even watching them? Why are you even paying attention to them? I'm not saying you should always just pay attention to me. I'm just some fucking dumbass with a microphone and a phone that I was reading off of. You can do it too. But there's a lot of people out there that are telling you this shit. Why is my local news not telling me this? Oh, they're telling me about Gulf of America. Pfft. I don't give a fuck. Tell me about why 4 people at FEMA just got fired because they disobeyed the President of the United States and sent money to New York City for illegal aliens while people in our country get fuck all. That That is what you should be asking the questions about. This is why you should be pissed off. Why are you not being told the absolute truth? And like I said, I don't give a fuck who you root for, what party you're on. I don't care. All of this should piss you off. I think, what was it, $50 million for condoms in Gaza? Oh, sorry. I think that was corrected yesterday. It wasn't Gaza. Was it Malaysia? Sorry, I don't recall, but it wasn't for Gaza. But still, as I quote Elon, that's a lot of money for condoms. $50 million. Well, it's to slow down AIDS. Why is that our fucking problem? We have our own issues, bro. I know some people I've had conversations with, they're like, sometimes our money goes to good causes. Okay, fair. But how much is the United States throwing in for this pizza? Really, I'm being serious. Why are we always babysitting? We have our own kids here at home to take care of. Okay? This shit is insane. I don't mind helping out my fellow human, but what the fuck is this shit? But Trump and Elon, shut up, bitch. Sit down and listen. Now ask the questions. Who signed off on this motherfucking shit? Are you serious? People's grandmas and grandpas out there having a hard time staying warm this winter and paying their rent, paying their mortgage. Hopefully the mortgage is paid up, but paying their food, their medicine, doctor visits, and they're sending this money to what? Yeah, schools don't have air conditioning. Schools don't have modern textbooks. I mean, really? But we got money for this shit? Don't even get me started in how much money we invest in other countries' wars, okay? I'm not even talking the whole Ukraine shit. That is, what I talked about was just the U.S. aid. One fucking department. I did a search on Grok. There's over 400 departments in the federal government. You cannot tell me that there is 0% of this crap happening anywhere else. Bullshit. This USAID was one department, folks. One department. There's over 400 federal departments. What else is being pissed away? How much? And on what? Let's audit it. Maybe it's good. We'll let it stay. Cool. We can all right, cool. Maybe we can shave a little bit off. Maybe make it a little more efficient. Not putting paper files in a mine underground. But the rest of it, no. Cut that shit off. That's our money. You should be able to go and provide for your kids, without freaking out, going, fuck, how am I going to put gas in the car this week? That money is our money. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, straight, gay, white, black. I don't give a fuck. That is your money. That is our money. Don't be pissed off at the players. Be pissed off at the game. So with that, thank you for listening. If you like this, please follow me, share, you know the fucking routine. Until the next time, keep being you.